What's going on, everybody? Welcome into the Green Bay Packers Report. We got a full show for you. We're going to start off with a sneaky good signing that the Green Bay Packers signed to their 53-man roster today. And then after that, we're going to give you a load of injury news. One player in particular we're really excited about, the fact that he looks almost ready to be back in that starting lineup. And then we're going to round things out with looking at the NFC playoff picture, who to root for, who to root against this weekend, NFL Week 14. And, you know, it's NFL Week 14 because we've been talking about this week for a very long time because Packers-Bears is on Sunday. We're only 4 days away from that matchup. I cannot wait. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, though, because we are battling Bears now, our Bears Chat Sports channel. In this sub battle, down 6 subs right now, closest it's been all week long. Let's, shorten that gap. Heck, let's get above them today. I need 6 people who have not subscribed yet to subscribe to the channel. And with that, let's get started with the rest of today's show. So this team has made multiple roster moves over the last 24 hours. They released from the practice squad Michael Woods II, a wide receiver, Tyron Herring, who was a cornerback, and then they signed Shemar Bartholomew, who also is a cornerback, to that Green Bay Packers practice squad. But you guys did not tune in today to hear about practice squad signings. No. What we know from all of those moves and just from life as a Green Bay Packers fan, Green Bay has an open roster spot. Well, not for much longer because they signed New York Giants practice squad player and defensive tackle Jordon Riley to their 53-man roster. And look, we're going to talk to you about the stats. We're going to give the player profile. But just know this is a guy they're looking to somewhat replace Devonte Wyatt. Now, he's not going to replace Devonte Wyatt because Devonte Wyatt's one of the best in the league, but he's going to add some added depth back to this roster for the guys who are up there and now will be starters replacing Devonte Wyatt. He was a 7th-round pick from the New York Giants in the 2023 draft, produced 20 tackles, 4 tackles for loss, and a quarterback hit over 383 defensive snaps. In college, he actually played a ton, 44 career collegiate games played. However, he attended 4 different schools, UNC, community college, then Nebraska, graduated from Oregon, and that's eventually where he got picked up by the New York Giants as a 7th-round draft pick. In his 2 seasons in the National Football League, he's played in 21 games, 20 total tackles, 4 tackles for loss, yet to record a sack or a pass breakup. And look, you're not signing Jordon Riley to go out there and be Devonte Wyatt. Okay? You're not doing that. Because Devonte Wyatt has proved this year to be one of the best defensive tackles in the National Football League. The impact he had on this team, on every play from a down-to-down basis, cannot be quantified. And Matt LaFleur's not going out there and saying, you know what, this Giants practice squad player, what he's going to do is be the new Devonte Wyatt. No, he's not doing that. But we all know that this room needs some more depth. We all know that this room needs a little bit more warm bodies, and that's exactly what Jordon Riley is. And I watched the film today. Guys, I think this is a sneaky good signing. I think there's a chance he could come in, in a depth-providing role and provide an impact play for you here, an impact play for you there, and all of a sudden we're saying, okay, you know what? This new guy we probably didn't expect a ton from, he's kind of out there balling. Do you want him to be a stud? I hope the answer is yes. If you do, cast your vote by hitting that thumbs up button, liking today's video for the new defensive tackle on the Green Bay Packers. So today, obviously, another practice day. It is Wednesday. They practiced outside. They had the heaters on and blasting. As I sit in this air-conditioned studio in Dallas, Texas, I can only imagine what that practice field felt like. Jayden Reed, Quay Walker, and Marshawn Lloyd all back at practice today. But this was Jayden Reed's first outdoor practice since he's been back. We all remember he had that collarbone injury in week 2, and then he had the Jones fracture coming into the season, and they thought, you know what, 2 birds, 1 stone. Let's go ahead and get surgery on the collarbone. Let's get surgery on the foot, and let's see what happens. Well, the progression that he made today is absolutely massive. This is a major update and a major step in his quest to get back on the field. And once he does, he will be welcomed back with open arms, ladies and gentlemen. He's coming off of back-to-back seasons in 2023 and 2024 where he almost eclipsed 800 yards. He did in 2024 with 857. Just got under it through 16 games in 2023, 793 yards, 14 touchdowns in his first 2 seasons in the National Football League. And look, Given the wide receiver injuries that we've seen recently, that we've been going through this season, the fact that Savion Williams and Matthew Golden both did not play against the Detroit Lions, the fact that Christian Watson returned so late from IR, feels like Dontavian Wicks has been in and out with injuries. And Christian Watson didn't return late, but he returned late in regards of the season, not late of when regards of when we expected him to return. You guys get what I'm saying. Regardless, you have yet to really play a game with all of your wide receivers active and healthy. The cool thing is, with guys like Marshawn Lloyd coming back, guys like Jayden Reed coming back, I just feel like it's rare as a team to be getting healthy late in the season. I mean, you look across the league, you look at injury reports, you look at guys that are missing games, it's almost as long as Genesis chapter 1. Okay? And right now, it feels like you're at a point where you're actually getting bodies back. Now, of course, it hurts losing Devonte Wyatt. He's out for the year. Lucas Van Ness, his return just took a little bit of a step back. But getting Jayden Reed back in the fold, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be massive because look at what you got remaining. The Bears, the Broncos, the Bears, the Ravens, the Vikings. 4 of those teams have really good defenses. The Bears have 17 interceptions. They lead the National Football League. The Broncos probably are the best defense across the board. The Vikings, they suck, but it's not because of their defense. It's because of one, J.J. McCarthy. And then the Ravens, they got good players. They can show flashes every now and then defensively. They've been pretty decent since week 6 of this season. So it's not going to be easy for your offense, but if Jayden Reed's back, and I feel like he's probably going to be back by week 15, if not, definitely by week 16, that's going to help your offense out a ton. Do you think he'll be back by week 15 against the Broncos? What do you say? I want to know. Let me know by giving me a yes or a no down below in the comment section. We got a lot more to talk about on today's show, but before that, make sure that you check out our awesome sponsor of today's video. It's our great friends over at Underdog. It's December. Football season is in full swing, and Underdog is still the best place to get in on all the action. Let's cut to the chase. If you download the app today and sign up with promo code Packers Report, you score $100 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. Playing on Underdog is easy. Just pick whether your favorite players go higher or lower on stats like rushing yards, receptions, touchdowns, and more. Get your picks right, and you could win up to 5,000 times your cash. Here is my Underdog lineup for the SEC Championship game this weekend. Georgia, Alabama. I took the higher on Ryan Williams, 46.5 receiving yards. I took the higher on Gunnar Stockton, 14.5 yards longest rush. Go ahead, give me the higher on Oscar Delp to find the end zone. Download the app today. Sign up with promo code Packers Report. Score $100 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code Packers Report. Underdog. Make picks. Win money. Must be 18 or older, 19 or older in Alabama and Nebraska, 19 or older in Colorado for some games, 21 or older in Arizona, Massachusetts, and Virginia, and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/blanket terms_DFS_.html for details. Offer not valid in Maryland, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. In New York, call the 24/7 Hope line at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY to 467-369. The NFC North, it looks like this as we go into Sunday's game. Of course, the Chicago Bears in first place at 9-3, Packers 8-3-1, Lions 7-5, and Vikings 4-8. The Minnesota Vikings, they can pretty much just kiss their playoff chances goodbye, as they pretty much have been doing all season long. When you look at percentages, and I know we talked about this, but I'm getting somewhere. Packers, 59% chance to win the division. Bears, 37%. Lions, after that loss, they go down all the way to 5%. This game is massive, though, because if you win it, or going into it, you got a 59% chance. But if you win the ball game, right, that jumps up to a 71% chance. But if you lose it, all the way down to 24. So if you didn't think this game was important going into it, I hope that this has changed your mind. The NFC playoff picture, you still sit in the wild card. You're about a game and a half behind the Seattle Seahawks. You are only a game behind, or a half a game, I guess, behind the Chicago Bears. So things would change if you won that game and some other teams above you if they got the L. Some big NFC matchups. What you need to be watching for this weekend. Lions Cowboys, Vikings Commanders, Chargers Eagles, Cardinals Rams, Falcons Seahawks. Okay, what we are rooting for, Cowboys to beat the Lions, get them out of it. Commanders beat the Vikings, get them out of it. Chargers beat the Eagles, okay, need to get more losses in the Eagles. Gage, can we actually go to NFC playoff picture after this? Cardinals to beat the Rams and the Falcons to beat the Seahawks. If all of that happens and you also beat the Chicago Bears, you would, I believe, be the number 1 seed in the NFC. Okay? So, of course, lots has to happen. Some bad teams have to beat some good teams, but we've seen crazier things happen so far this season. Sure, that all would be great. But we all know the number 1 thing we need to be focusing on is getting that win against Chicago. Who do you think wins the North? Green Bay or the Bears? Let me know down below in that comment section. Type those GBs, or if you're a Bears fan for some reason, type those CHIs. Make sure you got me followed on social media at Joey Petersen on Twitter and Instagram. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Daily coverage right here on the Green Bay Packers.